Narok County. Jeff Kirui, KTN.
And while it was a somber mood as family, friends and leaders gathered for a requiem mass in honor of Johanna Ngeno and the 5 others who lost their lives in last week's helicopter crash. The service brought together mourners from across Kenya, united in grief and remembrance. Clergy led prayers for the departed, describing them as dedicated public servants and hard-working professionals whose lives were cut short while on duty.
Emotional hymns echoed through the church as families comforted one another, many struggling to come to terms with the sudden loss. Captain George Were, the pilot and a retired colonel, was remembered as a disciplined officer and devoted family man whose legacy of service will be felt for years to come.
He's shepherded so many of the dignitaries we have in the house today, in the church today, and he did his work with the zeal and the determination of a professional pilot.
The family of Amos Kipngetich Rotich, a Kenya Forest Service officer, mourned him as a breadwinner and a man deeply committed to his loved ones.
Amos was the second born of his mother, Nancy Chepkri, who is in front here with us. And he has been a breadwinner to the family.
Wycliffe Kiprotich Rono, who worked for the county of Narok, was described by his widow as a loving father who cherished his children and extended family, as a pillar whose absence leaves a painful gap.
He was a man who believed deeply in family. He worked hard, cared deeply, and always made sure that those he loved were safe and supported.
Nicholas Kosgei, the MP's personal photographer, had been excited to work alongside the legislator. Just a year into what many said was his dream job, his life was tragically cut short.
I remember the time when Mheshimiwa recognized his work and really invited him to do his work. So at that time, Nick was very happy. He was like, wow, my work has been recognized by Mheshimiwa and I'm going to be part of his camera person.
Robert Kipkoech Keter, a teacher who was also among the passengers supporting the mission, was also eulogized as a humble and loving man whose potential had only begun to shine.
As a family, he was taken from us when his star had not yet had a chance to shine.
As candles were lit and prayers offered, leaders called for unity and strength, urging the nation to honor the memories of the departed by holding the values of service and dedication they stood for. For the families left behind, the pain remains profound, but so too does the pride in lives that made a difference. Agutu Rosa, KTN.